Je remercie.
I thank the representative of St. Vincent and the Grenadines for her statement, and I now give the floor to the representative of the Russian Federation.
Благодарю вас.
Thank you, Mr. President. We welcome the participation of the Minister of Foreign Affairs of Egypt, Sameh Shoukry, the Minister of Foreign Affairs of Sudan, Mariam Al-Mahdi, and Minister for Water Resources, Irrigation and Energy of Ethiopia, Silashe Bikele, in today's meeting. We thank Undersecretary General and Executive Director of the United Nations Environment Program, Inger Anderson, for her briefing, as well as Special Envoy of the Secretary General for the African Horn, Parfait Onyango, and the Chargé d'Affaires of the DRC, Paul Ampal. The Russian Federation is closely following developments in the situation with the Great Renaissance Dam being built by Ethiopia on the Blue Nile River. We are fully cognizant of the political and socioeconomic significance of this hydropower project, the largest on the African continent, for the millions of people living in Ethiopia, a country that is experiencing major electricity shortage. At the same time, we note the legitimate concerns expressed by Egypt and Sudan regarding the possible negative impacts that the functioning of this dam could have in the absence of an agreement on the inhabitants of these countries during dry years. We believe there's no alternative to settling this water dispute through political and diplomatic means via negotiations with the participation of the three countries. We are convinced that the search for solution must be carried out in accordance with the spirit and the letter of the Khartoum Declaration of 2015, taking into account the progress already achieved trilaterally in defining the modalities of the functioning of this Ethiopian hydroelectric complex. Mutual understanding and trust are required in this. Fanning the flames of the situation and statements about the possibility of using force should be avoided and should be prevented. We'll be frank, we are concerned about the escalation of confrontational rhetoric, which is not conducive to finding compromise-based solutions. We're convinced that disagreements on socioeconomic development should not lead to threats to peace and security. We believe that gradually reaching agreements on certain aspects of filling the reservoir and the further operation of the power station could lead to a de-escalation between the parties and help to gradually reach a comprehensive, mutually acceptable agreement. The best option would be to negotiate such a document with all the countries of the Nile Basin, which should participate in determining the modalities for the use of water resources on an equal footing. We appreciate the significant involvement of the African Union in resolving the dispute over the dam, including the work of its Committee of Technical and Legal Experts. We believe that the capacity of this authoritative regional organization to resolve the current water crisis has not yet been exhausted. We call on the Congolese chairmanship of the African Union to intensify efforts in this direction. An increase in the number of mediators or observers in the negotiations, in our opinion, will not bring added value. However, their involvement is possible with the consent of all parties. Mr. President, in conclusion, we would also like to make a concrete proposal to all interested parties. Since they're all here in New York, why not, with the mediation of the AU chairs, hold a round of talks on site regarding the disagreements around the dam? We believe that this would be the best contribution that the Council could make to find a solution to the situation in the spirit of the principle we all share, namely African solutions for African problems. We would like to underscore the Russian Federation's readiness to assist in resolving this complex problem. Egypt, Ethiopia, and Sudan are close friends of our country, and we sincerely hope that they will soon be able to resolve outstanding differences agree on modalities for further filling the dam's reservoir, and overall achieve compromise solutions for its functioning. We affirms Russia's readiness to provide satellite monitoring of the filling of the reservoir in the event of a request from all participants in the trilateral negotiations. Thank you.
Je remercie.
I thank the representative of the Russian Federation for his statement, and I now give the floor to the representative of the United States.